Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to configure your pricing using Lago in just 5 minutes, so let's get started. First thing you should know is that Lago has an event-based architecture, which means that every time something happens on your application, it generates an event, and these events are converted into billable metrics that you can use to charge your customers based on usage. Here, for instance, I want to charge my customers based on the number of users. So I create a new billable metric and then I can choose the aggregation type. I can have a count aggregation type, in which case Lago will count the number of events received during the billing periods, or max aggregation type, where I can retrieve the highest value received during the billing periods. The sum aggregation type works very well for transactions or calculating the total number of API requests. Here we're going to use the count unique aggregation type, in which case we can pass a property that is going to be the user ID. And here, typically the use case will be every time there's a new user on the platform, this will generate an event including the user ID, and at the end of the billing period, Lago will be able to count and identify the number of unique users on the platform. Now that my billable metric is ready, I can start configuring my plan. So I'm gonna call it the starter plan, assign it a code as well. And here I can define the plan model. So the plan interval, which is the billing period, is gonna be monthly. The amount for the subscription fee is gonna be $20. And I'm going to ask my customers to pay for the subscription in advance, so at the beginning of the period. In addition to this, I can add charges, and this is where I'm going to retrieve my billable metric. And here I have several options for the charge model. So I can have a standard pricing, which is a fixed price for my billable metric, or I can have maybe a package pricing or graduated pricing, which is the one we are going to use, which allows us to define as many tiers as we want. And we can define something like for the first 2 users, they come for free as already included in the subscription. And then between 2 and 5, that's an extra $3 per user. And finally, anything above that is going to cost $2 per unit. So this is how you can have something very granular and as well offering volume discounts to your customers. And you can add as many charges as you want. Once you're ready, you just click here to save the plan and it's ready to be used. Now, for those of you that are using CPQ software, you might want to create plans using the API. So here in the developer section, you can retrieve your API key. And then what you can do is use the API. First, we are going to retrieve the ID of our billable metric, which is right here. And we are going to use it to create a new plan. And this plan is going to be called Premium. We assign it a code as well. This is a monthly plan. And the subscription fee is, let's say, $50. And here I can paste the ID of the billable metric and define a standard pricing, which is going to be, let's say, $5 per user. And here, if I send the request, now I can go back to the app and my new plan is ready to be used exactly as we configured it. And that's it. Thanks for your time.